So I thought I'll take some stuff up today just to show, right? Because my friend John, I love you John, posted on my video, my latest video on convergence, like, oh, about time, this is what I wanted to see from the beginning. The way that I work, right, is messy, right? This is my best friend. This is mine because it's easier, right? Because then I just whack them in these things and biff off that. What I decided to do was put myself at the mercy of and in the hands of the all, right? So basically, whatever preconceived ideas you have about me, what I want, what I'm doing, put them out your mind. Because I ain't doing this like anybody else has done it before. I want to know more stuff, right? This is about gaining knowledge, right? And we have been denied knowledge, right? So whilst the people who run our world are completely and utterly aware of how, you know, a snail shell behaves in the same way as a galaxy does, and whatever, they know these deep secrets, these parts of what we are. What do they teach us about? The spinning jenny and potato blight. Or numbers. Obviously, the numbers are the most important thing, because it is numbers that keeps us most confused. I went into school a mathematical genius, really, by comparison, right? I was the youngest person in the entire school, and in my maths exam I got the highest out of the whole of year 1 and all of year 2 by one boy, right? When I came out of school, I lost my love of numbers within, well, when I went up to big school, straight away. Good. But in the book, The Power of Coincidence, one of the things that it says that I wholeheartedly, anybody on the planet, if you can write and you have got a pencil and a piece of paper, write stuff down, right? Because journaling it's your way of communicating with the all. Now, over the time when I've been working, some of the things that I've worked out have just come to me while I've been thinking about stuff. Sometimes I've been doodling, right? Sometimes I've just been writing down, and sometimes it's usually, mostly, right, when I'm speaking to someone. So basically, I'll get in a conversation with somebody, I'll start telling them, well, what about this, blah de blah de blah. All of a sudden, out of my mouth will come something like, whoa, who the fuck said that? Do you know what I mean? And that's where most of my really, really good work has come from, the memory synapses. That was actually a mixture of several synchronicities, because I'd actually drawn a picture of memory synapses, right? Well, I didn't think it was memory synapses at the time. I just basically, two little balls, little arrows, right? While I was sitting doodling, you know, waiting for a hospital appointment. And then it was like about a week later, I was in the garden and we were having a conversation. I'm like, that's it, memory synapses. They need to fill up on memory synapses so that we can't use them for ourselves to expand, right? They keep us thinking about the spinning jenny, adding up the numbers, exactly the same thing, right? Right? So we've got a really gregarious child here. We've got a little quiet person here. These two people have to learn absolutely identical to each other, no matter what, right? And nowhere in that education does it say where we fit in the universe as human beings, or powers of telepathy, or how to behave as a decent human being. Now, I know I am going to get pulled down for bloody ever, and it's getting easier as I go along, right? You know, when I first started doing this, if somebody said something that upset me, like in a forum or something, I wouldn't log onto the computer for 3 months straight. Now I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't turn back. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not anywhere near ready to go forward yet. This is my learning stage, right? I met John on a forum last year, and we started convergence, and I think he was expecting me to be some kind of woo whiz. Do you know what I mean? Because I was quite argumentative. No, like, you know what I mean? Because people do, on conspiracy websites, get together and moan. They get together and moan about stuff. But they don't do anything to change it, right? And if they do, it's got to be marches. It has to be something clashy. It has to be something that makes us look like fools. You know what I mean? Because people see people on marches and go, nada, because that's what we're programmed to do. Now, I am not going to do that. For love nor money. For a start off, my legs don't work properly. So, scratch that idea, right? So like I said, I'm not there yet, right? I am in the stage, at the moment, of collating the evidence. Now, I've mentioned before that, like, I've been ripping things out of magazines for a couple of years now, right? It's only just recently that I've started to think, right, now is the time where I'm going to go over my old material and I'm going to collate it into section thing, because I want to prove exactly, logically, what it is that these people do to you to remove your rights from you, right? Which you won't believe yet, because you've been programmed to not. They are geniuses. What I did when I started on the experiment, right, that is probably the most important thing of the experiment that I've been on, living by the coincidences. They are real. They do happen. There are synchronicities that tie us in with the energy that we are a part of. And that energy, right, wants us to be happy. And all we have to do is ask and heed and say thank you. For instance, the other a couple of weeks ago, we went outside to watch the Parasites, the shooting stars. We saw 3 nights running at least a dozen, right? And we were laid out there one night, and then this bloody white owl flew over the top, and we saw it 2 nights running. This white owl. We live in a city, or a suburb, but it's like a white owl. I was like, wow. You know, the good shit that happens when you decide to do this and have more faith, right? It's not money that you get, it's peace of mind, it's love, it is an inner sense of knowing and of peace and of satisfaction. And money can't buy you that. We are too scared to hold these people to account. We are too scared to change our world because we've been educated by the people who run our world to never challenge it and to be scared. I just want to break that mould. Right? Yeah, so I brew, right? And I have literally reams and reams of notes and articles, and this is all I do, right? So my message to John is, don't worry, babe. Have faith. Please, babe. You know, I'm not going to go out and just do what everybody else has done. I mentioned at the beginning when I first met you that I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to do it how it's been done before. It isn't going to happen. So what you're expecting of me, please try not to, you know, because it's going to be different. Yeah, I am working on this. I love you, geezer, and thank you for sticking with me. And you know, it is slow, I know, but I promise you, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you are going to see some serious shit.